Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the Frontline Changes report. Over the past 24 hours, there is a few frontline changes. However, they are all red. They are all Russian captures. So we have some frontline changes over at Zosneve, which is over at the Chasivia at the Bakhmut front, Zalizne over at the New York front, Luzovatsky, Timofievka, Ivanivka, Zeline all the way stretching to Novoselivka, Persia at the FK front. So these are the frontline changes over the past 24 hours. So over at the Bakhmut front at Zoneve, the Russians punch over into Chasivia continues as the Russian forces want to make sure that no DPA is wrong. That no, I say that they will not want to go into Bakhmut. I mean Chasivia. I think it's stupid, and they want to prove to me that they are stupid. No. I mean, they want to prove to me that I'm wrong. So they basically continue the attack. Now they have entered into Zosneve or the Oktyabrsk region. Someone told me this means October. So that is the Ukrainian October. So the red October is here. So the Russian forces have entered into October. So that's the frontline change over in this area. In case you do not know what is this is Canal micro district. So Novi is here. This is Novi, and this is Zotneve or Oktyabrsk. So this is the frontline change over at this sector of the front line. The next front line, we move all the way to the New York front over at Zalizne. So the Russian forces continue their TORETSK offensive, with fighting reported from at the Zalizne region as the Russian forces captured even more ground. And we can kind of say that officially the Russian forces have entered into TORETSK over at this region here. Geolocation of Russian forces in two different locations over here and here confirm that the Russian forces has basically taken all the settlement and neighborhoods in this northern part of Zalizne. So this entire area has been captured, and with the entering of the forces into this northern suburb, maybe Dachas. I don't think this is Dacha. This some suburb region. As you can see, especially this area where the Russian forces are geolocated, this means the Battle of TORETSK has begun. Russian forces basically officially has entered into TORETSK. So this is the major update over in the New York front as the Russian forces continue to punch through the weak spot, the soft underbelly of New York front, and heading into the major city of TORETSK. So let's see how this goes. The Russian forces are totally undeterred by the two nippers around here. I mean the two castles around here. So the Russian forces can continue to move on. The next frontline change after that, we go into Luzovatsky. So over the Timofievka region, Russian forces have secured a bit more of the grounds north of Luzovatsky. And these are all Russian claims. So based on Russian mapping, then over this alleged salient, the Russian mapping is more logical. They because Deep State UA ultimately is pro-Ukrainian, they cope a little bit by claiming that the entire region is gray zone. For Russian mapping, they straight away just cope in a different direction. They basically claim that this entire area is now under Russian control. So they have acknowledged the capture of Timofievka, and they have also reported that the Russian forces is now captured all these grounds, moving towards Lysychny. So this is the frontline change over in the Luzovatsky Timofievka region. South of this location, the Russian forces have also made some updates. So opposing to this weird gray zone that the Ukrainian mapping have drawn, the Russian forces basically say that the Russian forces have captured everything south of Ivanivka. And they did, however, acknowledge these frontline changes that Deep State UA has reported. So Russian forces is officially inside Ivanivka. The battle continues. Ryba, of course, also corroborated the Russian capture of Vasily in their report. Some maybe they are looking. They 100%. Ryba is looking at Deep State UA's reporting as well, and I think they basically look at the changes, and then maybe they call people they know fighting on the ground, try to corroborate some of the information, and they just basically I'm quite sure Ryba, if they are monitoring the war on a daily basis like me, they are also very confident of Deep State UA's reporting, generally speaking, because there's no other way about it. Deep State UA has been very accurate. As long as they say something happens, usually it happened. So I think they basically also mark the mapping as according to what Deep State UA has drawn. because that's what the feeling I get here. However, over in the Zalene region, the Russian forces have basically started to attack from the railway line or railway station region into Zalene itself. They have just started the battle of Zalene, and this is exactly as I mentioned would happen, that the Russian forces will start to attack in this area. They, however, did not go northward towards the other settlement of Serhievka. And but north of Zalene, all the way stretching to Novoselivka Persia, is this massive update. So other than this push over this area, the Russian forces basically, based on Russian reporting, this is not Ukrainian, this based on Russian reporting, they have basically straightened the line all the way on from the western part of this heart-shaped fortification. It stretches all the way through one fortification and to the entire western edge of Novoselivka Persia, which means the Russian forces have basically straightened the entire front line around this region, signifying that the Ukrainian forces have did some mass withdrawal from this area here. And clearly, we can tell based on the situation, the tactical situation that is developing around this area, the Ukrainian defense line basically has crumbled. And they need to establish a new defense line, but there is just no time. The Russian forces are moving too fast, and looks like this entrenchment here is not going to be defended. I wonder if they will hold their defense in this second one. So the Russian forces are now progressing very quickly, and now they are poised to attack from the north to basically pincer the Ukrainian forces inside Zalene. I'm not even sure if the Ukrainians have any troops inside Zalene or not, or maybe they have very little forces to delay the Russian forces enough so that they can run away. The rest of the forces can run away in time. So you probably watch some of this in war movies and whatnot, where a few soldiers will sacrifice themselves or take up this massive responsibility in delaying the enemy's advance so that the rest have time to withdraw to a better position. So probably this is something that is currently happening right now. I don't believe the Ukrainians is going to put a strong defense over Zalene. I think the Russians is going to capture it very quickly as well, given how fast the line has been following. I think the Ukrainians will have to find another new line of defense, and there's just way too many ways and places where the Russians can basically outflank the Ukrainian forces in this region here. So with the capture of the western part of Novoselivska Persia, which means that the Russians also captured this crossing around here, over on the western part, which allows them to connect their forces better. I think the Russian forces is going to quickly capture this entire tree line, and allow them to attack from another angle from the east. Yeah, this is just likely what's going to happen. And Mezove is now the next on the menu, with the Russian forces currently pushing in this direction according to the Russian reporting. So anyway, that's all. These are all the frontline changes report. This is all we have. So basically, it's just intel drop over from the New York front. Sorry, the Adivka front. And the New York front is not intel drop. It's actually based on geolocation. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Do press the like button, subscribe, and of course, subscribe to the DPA War channel as well. And if you're interested in current affairs, geopolitics, check out the DPA News channel. And I'll see you guys in the next update.